Being an influencer is one of the fastest growing careers in the country, but that rapid evolution has come without structure or rules, making it a hard industry to predict, and with that, hard to build a steady income as a full-time career. Small businesses, however, have many resources to help them grow and sustain, and one of the most overlooked resources is local associations. Local organizations offer help to businesses to establish themselves in their communities. This week, our influencers will be challenged to look at their own careers to see how an association might help them in establishing themselves outside of social media. Welcome to Influence This. Each week, we are putting 5 influencers to the test to see if they can create videos for either a small business or a good cause. This will test their creativity and ingenuity while allowing us to watch the process. With me, your host, Malia Miglino, your macabre-loving travel and history expert. Welcome to Influence This. Welcome back, everybody. Hey. And we're halfway through our challenges at this point. That's kind of crazy, right?
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Well, as you guys have realized, each week it gets a little harder. And this week we want to get rid of that comfort zone completely and maybe encourage a little soul searching. Let's just be real for a second. As influencers, a huge part of your job is networking and engaging with your audiences and pitching to brands. But all of that is done almost exclusively behind a screen and on your own. And the craziest part of this as a career is it's in its infancy and it's grown so quickly, so rapidly that there's pretty much no rules or any kind of keys to success that you can bank on. And there's a big green meanie, which is the algorithm, which we all struggle with. I know we do. It's real. But businesses, we have the luxury of joining things like associations, like the local Chamber of Commerce, which helps provide mentorship and resources to really help establish them, not only just in their communities, but also help their business succeed. If you look around your own community at places like the salons, the restaurants, even the auto shops, the chances are they are all a part of a local association that helps them fulfill their goals. But I know the question you guys are all asking probably is, how does this apply to you?
Yes.
Well, to help give more insight into how this all ties together, we are going to welcome out a very special guest. She's the medical director and founding partner of Ohana Pet Hospital, owns a software startup, has collective partnerships in 3 veterinary hospital startups with 5 locations in Ventura County, and is the chair of the National Board for the National Association of Women Business Owners. Please welcome Dr. Janice Shinkawa.
The National Association of Women Business Owners is a dues-paying organization across the country. We are a nationwide organization to help propel women entrepreneurs through greater economic, social, and political spheres of power worldwide. I'm Dr. Janice Shinkawa. I own a few veterinary practices in Ventura, California. NAWBO is known for helping pass the HR 5050 Women's Business Ownership Act. And what that Ownership Act did for us was to allow women to get a loan without a male cosigner. The secret sauce for NAWBO is really that camaraderie and that engagement that we have with each other. Whenever we get together as a national organization, the women are just having fun. We have dancing events every night. It's just a way to let loose, be amongst women that get your pains and understand what you're going through, and for once, feed yourself as a business owner and be amongst other women that are in the same boat with you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
So you are the chair of NAWBO.
Yes.
I want to know how you were even first drawn to this organization.
Right, that's a great question. So I started my business, Ohana Pet Hospital, in 2012, and I wanted to find a community of business owners. So I was looking at different organizations out there. A good friend of mine introduced me to NAWBO by bringing me to a local awards gala. I went to that, and I thought, it's a pretty fun group. And then I went to my first meeting, and then I met connections there instantly, which are good friends of mine till today.
Nice, the rest is history.
Rest is history. Yeah.
And how has NAWBO helped your business flourish?
So many ways, they not only just showed up as clients, they referred, business to us, but they also gave me those connections that I was looking for locally. So if I needed a marketer, I needed a bookkeeper, you name it, they were there for me and they had the answers. They were also good at being thought partners. So not just going to my business partners, I would be able to go to NABO and run a situation by them and get some advice as to how to get through things. They helped me in so many different ways, yeah.
That's amazing. And I feel like a lot of businesses don't actually know that there's associations that can help their business not only succeed, but also help them build community and establish themselves in their community. Absolutely. What do you think are the main reasons business owners should consider joining an association?
Associations are like communities within a community, right? They help you connect with like-minded individuals and people. And so I think that's the most important reason, is because business ownership can feel lonely at times. And when you're with other people that own businesses, they get you. They know what you mean when you're worried about payroll, and things like that. I think the main reason why people should join associations is for that camaraderie, for that support, and just for the networking that they can get through just knowing others in the same space.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, it's all incredibly helpful information.
Thank you.
And again, I hope you guys were all paying attention. And I'm sure you're wondering, what does this have to do with you as influencers?
Yeah.
Your challenge this week is to reflect on the power of becoming a member of an association. Is there an association that you could join that could help you in your careers, either as an influencer or in another area? And how could it help? And also, how could you help it get more recognition? I encourage all of you to not overthink this and instead really ask yourself, what does community mean to you? The point of this challenge is to hopefully encourage business owners that haven't joined an association yet to hopefully look into it for themselves. So, how are we feeling?
I feel business minded.
Time to do some soul searching.
Yes.
Stay tuned to see how our influencers use their social media skills in the real world.
So the challenge this week is to choose an association, kind of demonstrate the power of associations and how their connection with influencers is beneficial for both of us.
I don't know what to do. How does a comedian, use my niche to be a part of this challenge? I don't know.
And I'm actually at my mama's, and this is where some of my best thinking takes place. Say hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. She actually listens to me as I brainstorm ideas and write things down, and then I send them to Yaya, and we go back and forth and back and forth. So once again, it's how do we think outside the box and do this idea of encouraging people to be part of a business community.
Honestly, my brain went straight to AI. I'm thinking about all these associations and influencers and how we can really come together. And I feel like the best way to get this point across, especially with social media really pushing AI down our throats, is like, okay, AI.
How is this challenge coming?
We were stumped.
This week is really rough because my daughter had her baby.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah.
Her son, right? And so
This is getting more and more difficult.
it's like we're committed. We have to figure out, how sometimes to work before hours or after hours.
But it seems like when we're together and face to face, we can come up with things.
Especially when this is the first weekend we encountered a problem where we can't film.
That's how it goes in the real world. Like, your life doesn't stop. Grandbabies are born and exciting things happen, or we just get really tired, or we're having internet problems. Like, our job, like any other business, is to deliver the product.
This isn't like comedic. Like, you can't make this comedic at all. You can't.
Sure you can. Let's break down what an association is, right? It's essentially just an organization of like-minded people that help you. Is there a group or an association that would be beneficial to you in your career as an influencer, or maybe as an actor, because you're also an actor, or a student? Like, and it doesn't have to be a chamber of commerce. It could be something that provides the same kind of things that those places provide for businesses, but what would be beneficial to you?
As a content creator, as an influencer, I do often talk to my fellow creators about what we can do and how we can work together to raise our rates, or like just come together to discuss things that you can't really talk to other people about.
I think is going to be great. I have not pinpointed what I'm going to do yet, but the wheels are turning.
I should have called you the beginning.
That's what this is for, though. We got to step it up. Like, we absolutely have to bring it this week.
So my great aunt, she has a dream to make a resource center. And I thought that it would be a great idea to have it where Grandma Pullen wants to make an association out of her church.
G-Mom walks in and she's pitching to me an association that she's in that has to do with her wigs and the church and how it helps women feel more empowered. A 10 out of 10. Make the studio people laugh. An association. Tell me it's not good. That's good, right?
Okay, so after a bit of research, I have found the Motion Picture Association, protecting the creative and artistic freedoms of storytellers and bringing entertainment and inspiration to audiences worldwide. Well, that definitely seems like an association that would lend itself to content creation. I feel like we could have a symbiotic relationship. So I think I'm gonna choose this one. It's shoot day, and I've decided that I'm gonna have a letter writing shoot where I'm talking to the Motion Picture Association, and it's gonna be set in my living room. In addition to the 3 shots, I'm also gonna be cutting in street interviews to kind of demonstrate to the Motion Picture Association the type of work I do. I honestly and truly believe that man on the street interviews are incredibly valuable, and I do think they're a focus group.
I am super excited because I get to share my picnic business. And, you know, I get to talk to different associations about it and get information.
I made it. That was a 2-hour drive, but it's beautiful. We did it. I know. It's a Friday morning. It's early. It's work before work, right?
Yes! Oh my God.
Okay, today is filming day for Yaya and I, and where we've chose to film, the sprinklers came on. This is all part of the hazards, right? Dragging the props around, getting out of the way of sprinklers. Here we go.
ABC News.
When I say this has been one of the hardest weeks of my life, I mean that. I'm dealing with my family, just so many things happening at once. And I'm starting on the day that it's supposed to be submitted. And that seems to be a common problem for me. I think I have definitely got a time management problem. However, I work really well under pressure, so I'm going to get this done. I'm going to start filming. I am in my AI inspired outfit. This is what I think is gonna help me get the win this week. I know there's no winners. I know there's no winners, all right? America, everyone who's watching, there's no winners each week. But I'm the only one who hasn't had the best video so far.
So I'm probably gonna beat the other contestants.
I think I got the idea in the bag.
We got this. We got this.
This week, the influencers were challenged to create a video reflecting on the power of becoming a member of an association. Welcome back, everybody. How are we feeling?
Good. Hello.
We're good. I could tell that there was a little struggle in this week's videos. Before we get into what you did and how you felt about it, I want to remind you of how far you've come, all of your growth, and it's okay to not be great at every campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And before we get into your feedback, Bijan, I heard you got recognized on this street. How was that?
We have a star.
That was crazy. I was doing street interviews and someone that had just moved from out of state stopped me and they're like, "Oh, I watch your stuff. Can I take a picture with you?" And I literally jaw dropped. That's been a lifelong goal for me. And so I took a picture with someone. So that was kind of cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
The influence is spreading. The influence
I guess
is
so.
influencing. Well, getting back on topic, how did you feel this week went?
It was more difficult than I was expecting, but I had to do it. So.
Yeah. Let's see what you did.
If I want to scale my man on the street interviews and partner with the Motion Picture Association, I think I should write them a letter with my value proposition explaining how content creators could be of service to them. Dear Motion Picture Association, as a leading advocate of the film, television, and streaming industry around the world, I believe it would be in your best interest to cultivate strong relationships with digital creators such as myself. I conduct street interviews across Los Angeles, gaining perspectives of everyday people on matters of human interest. Think of my work as a miniature focus group. I'd like to scale this work globally, and for that, I could benefit from your vast resources in production and personnel. In return, I could split my focus to also include questions pertaining to the film industry. Do the communities across Asia feel your studios represent their culture accurately? Does your latest show depicting the struggles of South America emotionally resonate with its inhabitants? I could provide your association with qualitative data about the impact of your productions, while at the same time use these trips to continue my work as a queer street interviewer. I think we'd make a great team. Sincerely, Bijan.
I love it.
Sounds cute.
I'm going to start with positives first.
Okay.
I really, really love that you keep delivering these really beautifully shot, cinematic, aesthetically pleasing videos. The idea that social media is undervalued by a lot of associations, and picking an established association to kind of pitch the idea was really, really smart. The one note we did get, and I hate to say it, was that was a little boring. but take that mental note, because self-editing is incredibly hard. So maybe moving forward, just think, do I have to shoot everything? Could I have more visual elements? Do I have to include all of this? Can I make it quicker, but still give the stats? But you are growing, it was beautiful, you were on the right path, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Naomi.
Oh no, I wanted to go last.
This week was a doozy. How do you feel about it?
I didn't think it was that hard until you said that we all kind of flop. So now I'm kind of like, okay, hold on a second. At first I struggled, and then I was like, okay, I had a vision of what I wanted to do, and I was like, I'm gonna go for it, because I was like, okay, I feel like everyone's gonna go for an association or a business that they know or have. I was like, let me try to create an association of influencers. That's where my mind went on this. So I'm hoping that, you know, it hit, but after Bijan, listen, I'm ready to be told, pack it up. I'm ready.
You're always so hard on yourself, my goodness.
I'm ready.
All right, well, let's see what you did.
Greetings, influencers. It's me, Naomi. Influence this friendly neighborhood AI. Yes, you heard correctly, artificial intelligence. Now I bet you're wondering, what is AI doing here? Well, I was created to help influencers understand the power of community. And well, I can show you better than I can tell you.
Do you know them? No. But in the club, we all fam. What? In the club, we all fam. In the club, we are all family.
So what is your name as a group?
The Click.
Click or click?
Click.
I hope my presentation was insightful, because when influencers don't want to help, we plateau. But when influencers help, we grow. I want you, influencers, to envision a future where influencers can discuss their rates, where influencers can share what jobs they have, when influencers can talk about their struggles, where influencers can get creative together. Now that's a future I want to see. That is how our business as creators will continue to grow. So when you think about being an influencer, think about how we can grow together, because that is how we build a stronger business.
Thank you. No, we're starting with the positives first. There's obviously a theme here.
Got it.
It was boring.
So, no. Y'all are on something else today.
Hold on, I'm not ready for this.
We really think that you captured the sentiment of this challenge, which is huge. So I'm going to start with that.
Thank you.
I also love that you consistently deliver videos that are incredibly on brand. There's comedy, there's sincerity, and you know, you've been really hard on yourself all of these weeks. You don't feel like you're winning, even though there's not winners, but like, sure, you feel how you feel.
Right.
But I just want you to take a moment and realize that for all of these challenges, which have all been incredibly difficult, all of those videos you've made could be at home on your feed and be cohesive, which with these challenges has been really hard. So I want you to be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
The only thing I do wish that you had maybe taken a different direction on was the fact that you chose AI, because the mission really was to create community, in-person community. And with the outsourcing of AI, I don't think it gave the message that you were hoping it would. But the thought behind it was a really good idea, so great job.
Got it. Thank you.
It's your turn, DeAndre. How did you think this week went?
My heart is somewhere in my body. It's not here. It's like, whoop, it dropped. Once I got a concept, let's just see how it played out. I'd rather just hear some feedback.
Let's see what you did.
Hey, Grandma, I got a question. Would you date Donald Trump?
Hush. Which, you like these? Pick a wig, or should I do both of them?
They both ugly, so what am I picking?
Ain't no dust in them. This one a little old.
What is this all about? I'm
contributing to an association with my church for women empowerment. So I thought that maybe I should come and give a couple women 2 of these wigs.
So holding up 2 wigs, you know you done sweated through those wigs, been to jail in those wigs. Why would you give those wigs to anybody? Well, if your association is about women empowerment, I think that you should try to be involved in a more, enlightening and less dirty way. If you're trying to empower some women, maybe you should talk to your pastor at your church about, holding maybe a women's conference and going up there speaking. You're a very powerful woman. Kind of. And to help them get recognition, you can put out flyers, you can do ads. I mean, I can do my thing on social media, maybe help, promote it for you. With some money, though, right? We can get all the bald-headed women, we can get all the women in the community to come together, just like back in the day when you marched with Martin Luther King. Didn't you march? I don't know why I get that vibe from you. But yeah, get them all together. We hold this conference, do a big fundraiser, promote it. Everybody in the community can get involved, and you might go viral. Then you can make your own association with the church and even get the support of your community. You can name it, I'm Bald and I'm Proud. I know. This is why I'm passing all my classes.
That didn't eat. But thank you for your help. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to tell the pastor.
I know, it's the power of association.
Ooh, that was hard.
Okay, positives. You kept it funny. You kept it on brand. I love your conversation based with Grandma Pullen. I do. But I gotta give you a little tough love. It is one thing to go over by a few seconds, but you about doubled the length of time.
I'm so sorry.
But keep this in mind. This is a business. If you were hired for a job and they ask for 60 seconds or less and you give them a 2-minute video, they might not only not share that video, they might drop it all together along with that money you were supposed to get. So just keep that in mind, that less is more and time restrictions matter. They really do. I do also wish that you had kind of taken the opportunity to maybe have her encourage you to join an association, kind of like what church has done for her, something for you, because it did feel like you were kind of pitching more of a nonprofit than an association, but it was really fun to watch. Congratulations, you're doing a good job.
Okay, thank you.
Grandfluencers! How was this for all y'all?
I'm gonna be honest, we had fun, and when we brainstormed together, our minds just kind of went in the same direction.
Okay.
And we enjoyed this challenge. I told Bijan I love interviewing now and I want to be a street interviewer.
Oh,
I know. I told him I enjoyed the process. So
yeah, we got sprinkled on. The sprinklers came
on.
on.
During our filming.
But it worked out.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Okay, well, let's see what you did.
Going live in 3, 2, 1. Good morning, this is Graham from XYZ News. What time is it? It's time to learn about business associations. You may be wondering, what are business associations? Good news, you're about to find out. Today I have the privilege of interviewing small business owners who are on the journey to build their businesses with a community. Take for instance, Yaya. Hi, Yaya. Yaya is a small business owner going into the world of hospitality and luxury picnics. Let's find out a little bit about her journey. Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hey, Yaya, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with your small business?
Yes, I own a small business, a luxury picnic. I've been in it for 2 years, and I joined this group. It's called the Women's Development Association Centers, and they really help you get off the ground. They have a great community. They do coaching one-on-one. They do group coaching. It's amazing.
What would you say to the audience or people who are hesitant about joining an association?
Definitely do not hesitate. This is the thing. Go online, get someone that's closest to you, an organization, and just go. It's great. It's amazing.
Awesome. That's what you need to do. Take the first step of building a better business, right?
Yes.
And we know the old saying, 2 heads are always
Better than one.
Oh, that was so good. I do have to ask, Yaya, is that an actual business you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. I like that we got to learn a little bit something about your life through this, like genuinely.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. All of your videos are so cheerful and so heartwarming to watch, and your energy with each other is very infectious. I think this video was very successful in encouraging people to want to join an association. I think specifically young people, for something about it just kind of felt like it was directed in that area, which is like a good thing. The one note I have is your energy is very big. It's over the top, which I do love, but I would love to see maybe a more dropped in version of that, because sometimes it can be a little distracting. I don't mean that as a negative. I'm not saying change or you're doing anything wrong, but I do know you guys are capable of doing more dropped in content. So maybe just something to think about for next week.
So tone it down a little bit.
I don't know about you, but I think we feel like the level of competition every week has just gotten stronger and stronger. For us grandmas, it's hard. Like, we're trying to figure this out. Like, how do we do this? How do we make our editing like on point? But we actually love it. And we're watching our challenges and we're seeing the growth in this, and we're just so thankful for it.
How are we feeling after this week's feedback?
I need to ask more questions.
Okay.
Yeah. In our next conversation, I think that'll help me like create a better video.
Of our check-ins.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I think we've kind of built our own little community, and we check in with each other during the week. Yeah. And so I think that would be good for us as well, because really when you brainstorm off of someone else, it just kind of sparks ideas. So it's been really nice.
Well, I want you to guys keep this in mind. This week was a little harsh. I understand that. I really do understand that. But please know it is coming from a place of love. There's only one challenge left. And even though you might not feel like you're killing it right now in this exact second because of all of the feedback, I truly think y'all are creating videos that are better than the videos you were creating before you got on this show. So I just really want you to take that to heart. But also, here's the thing. As influencers, your greatest strength is knowing your strengths. A character commercial actor is not gonna go out and audition for James Bond. You have to know what your casting is. Maybe you're not great at making videos about associations. Who cares? Don't make videos about associations. The whole point of this show is to take what you're already good at and then push you outside of that comfort zone to see if there are things that maybe you didn't think you could do that you can do. So when you're back out in the real world, pitching to brands and companies, you're like, hey, I got this. You have more in your toolkit than you did before. So I just want you guys to like really know that you're killing it. Your confidence hopefully is growing, because I think you guys are leaving with more skills than you had beforehand. I really am proud of you. These challenges have been so difficult. So I think you guys all deserve a round of applause for yourself, because you're doing a great job. You really are. Now, next week, on our final challenge, it will be your hardest yet. It will be taking everything that you have learned up until this point and really putting it to the test. So rest up, reinvigorate that confidence, and I will see all of you next week.
Thank you.
Now that you've seen what they have done, let us know in the comments how you would influence this.